Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Watch and Roll. Today I will explain why water resistant rating is not what you think. There is multiple factors to take in consideration when choosing a watch for the determined activity. My father owns a boat and likes to go on sailing, do some water sports, swimming and diving. I asked him, what kind of watch do you wear for these activities? He said, I have a digital analog Casio with a 100-meter water resistant. I said, that's not an appropriate watch for that. He said, but it's a 100-meter water resistant. That's plenty of depth. I only go around 3 meters under the water. My watch will not break. Well, I believe your Casio will not break because Casios are over-engineered and have an amazing reputation for withstanding harsh conditions, but still it's not an appropriate watch. You could be misusing it. There are several things we have to understand about water resistant rating and other factors. First of all, that Casio 100-meter water resistant is the water resistant rated on a new condition. Over the time, if the watch is exposed to soap, detergents, chemicals, certain humidity, salt water, changes of temperature, etc., that will deteriorate the gaskets and the 100-meter water resistant become less and less. Second, that watch has 4 buttons, meaning that it requires more gaskets on the buttons and is more vulnerable. Third one, the watch has only been tested using static pressure, only on a newly manufactured model, without taking into consideration rapid changes in the water pressure and temperature in seawater over a period of time, along with the result of aging seals. The sea pressure can increase significantly from currents, strong waves, and that adds up a significant amount of pressure on a deteriorated gaskets on a digital watch. That's why there is a charge for activities that are recommended. If you're on a boat going at a higher speed and some water hits the 100-meter water resistant digital watch, that can damage it. The digital watch, even if it's 100-meter water resistant, it is not designed to withstand water sport activities. More than the water resistant rating, you should consider what the watch is designed for. There is some watches designed for marine activities. For example, let's take a look at the Casio Duro. It's a 200-meter water resistant, and while it doesn't have an ISO diving certification, it is designed for water sports. The crucial things that make a watch designed for water is 1. A screw down case back. If it has 4 screws, that is not gonna be as secure as a screw case back. These kind of case backs are designed to increase the effectivity of the sealing of the watch. Second, no buttons, only the crown. In this instance, a screw down crown, so the case back and the crown are gonna be totally sealed. And last is the crystal. A digital watch is not designed with the correct gaskets and the correct thickness on the crystal to ensure the watch can withstand shocks and water pressure. Even if a digital watch is rated 100 meters, if you bang your watch on a hard surface, that could significantly put the watch at risk. Diving watches are designed for shocks to ensure water resistant in harsh conditions. Even if you bang your watch on a rock, for example, that is gonna still be ensuring your water resistant rating. Another important point is, even if you have a 200-meter water resistant digital watch, you cannot push the button when the watch is wet or underwater, because this way you can make an opening for the water to get into your watch, especially if the gaskets are deteriorated. Only the G-Shock frogman is designed to dive and press the buttons underwater. Another important aspects are the spring bars and the solidity of the bracelet and band. A watch not designed for water activities could break because of thin spring bars, and the band is not designed to hold the watch together, so the watch can break, potentially get lost in the sea. The last one is the corrosion. Digital watches are not designed to withstand the oxidation of salt water. On the other hand, diving watches are designed for corrosion resistance. So the best watches for all water sports and diving are of course ISO certified watches. What does the ISO certification consist of? Well, it's not only water resistance, because we can have a 200-meter water resistant watch and a 200-meter ISO diver. The ISO certified watch is better and more functional. The ISO requirements are incredibly particular and demanding, but just so you have an idea, I will mention a few. The watch must be equipped with a device that allows the user to pre-select a period of time up to 60 minutes. This may be a rotating bezel or a digital display. The device must be protected from inadvertent manipulation. A bezel must have a scale showing 60 minutes with markings showing every 5 minutes. Markings on the dial must be coordinated with those on the pre-selected device, and it must be clearly visible. The time must also be clearly visible. That's why diving watches have a strong contrast between white hands and a dark dial. On analog watches, this is usually satisfied by placing luminous material on the second hand. There are also requirements governing saltwater resistance and reliability underwater. The resistance to salt water. The next requirements deal with resistance to external forces. The first test applied to the spring bars, like I mentioned before. The next requirement is resistant to thermal shock. The watch is immersed in hot water and then cool water, then hot again. Another one is it has to be magnetic resistant, and it needs to keep a good accuracy during and after the magnetic exposure. The next one is the shock resistant. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you're performing water activities, I recommend the Casio Duro at only $45. You can't beat this durable watch with water capabilities. If you want to go the extra mile, there is many ISO certified diving watches that will never let you down in any activity. Thanks for joining, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Without anything further, I'll see you in the next one.